first of all, I'm going to try to be brief and maybe not take over 5 or 10 minutes and stick to the point of how and why I chose Faith in Action. I moved here from the Pacific Northwest, Washington State, the capital, Olympia. And I came to Texas because I have a family member who has Alzheimer's. And we chose to support our family down here in Texas by being all together. One of my neighbors who works at the H-E-B store in the business department there suggested, first of all, that I should try to get around with cars. I do have a car. I could have bought a GPS, but not being familiar with Austin and how to get around, I felt it would be better to choose public transportation first of all. I'm not going to get into the pros and cons of using the CARTS bus as to using Faith in Action, because that transportation did help me. However, later it was suggested, Rosalie, why don't you try Faith in Action? And so I gave them a call. And I will say this about Faith in Action. They're very professional. When they answer the phone, they announce who they are, they say their name, and ask how they can help you. When you make an appointment to get a Faith in Action driver, that driver will call you up. They will say that they're from Faith in Action. They will give their name. They will tell you when they will pick you up. To me, this is highly professional, and having been a professional nurse, I can respect that. When they come, when has it ever been somebody knocked on your door? They open the door. They open the door to their car. If someone comes and they're driving a pickup truck, they build a little block for you to stand on so that you can get safely into their truck. Their respect, their professionalism, to me, is astounding. And as a senior, I can truly appreciate that. And not only that, as I first mentioned, how I came to Texas is because of a family member that has Alzheimer's. Your drivers have intense compassion, mercy, and empathy. The driver who drove me over to the assisted living, where one of our family members lives with Alzheimer's, had a family member themselves that had Alzheimer's. So if I get a driver that has experienced what our family is going through, there is mercy and compassion, which I can appreciate. There are other drivers I have had that drive me to the doctor's appointment. And I will say this, 20 years ago I had cancer, and I had to attend chemo treatment. There was nobody to support me emotionally at that time. When I go for a yearly mammography, there is somebody who takes me there and stays with me. I cannot begin to express in words how much this means to me. And you probably would never know unless you went through this yourself. Well, that is how I came to choose Faith in Action. That is why I chose Faith in Action. That is why I continue to ride with Faith in Action. And the very last thing I would say is, if there is anybody in the senior community that has a few hours on their hands where they would like to help out by being of service to other seniors as myself, this would be a wonderful gift that you could give of yourself to fellow seniors. And I am quite sure that as a driver, you will receive a blessing in return. So with that, I thank you.